Hi y'all, sorry about that. I got kicked off of Periscope and I had to hop back on. So here I am, hey Sandy. Oh y'all, I'm so happy to be Periscoping with you today. Talking about parenting. So I've been on a little bit of a series about parenting, which is my favorite topic. I literally love talking about parenting and encouraging parents to have a really close relationship with your children. Oh, hi Bree and Kim. Some of my favorite moms are joining me. That is so awesome. I love that. And Cecily, listen, y'all are raising our next generation. Hi Renee, and this is so important. This is just one of the most important jobs that you will ever do. It's always tricky, but you want to make sure that your kids know that you like them. Okay, so for starters, they need to know and they need to feel loved, and so they need to know literally that you really do like them. There's a weird thing that happens psychologically, and you guys know this with your adult relationships. If there's somebody that you just don't think they like you, then you get like really weird and awkward and you can't be yourself, and it's weird because you feel like they don't like you. And if they don't like you, it makes you not like them and you don't connect well at all. And in fact, you might even act out when you're in their presence because you think they don't like you. It's the worst feeling ever. So you want to help your kids understand that you not only like them, but you love them. And you're going to do this by holding them often. So hold them a lot. You've got to hold them. And I know, Renee, even with your big boys, do what I talked about yesterday, where you're really doing the baby play. Even your teenage boys, Renee, teenagers love to hear about their baby stories, about their birth story, and about when you rocked them and held them, and if they burped or if they didn't, and if they cried or if they slept well, or the things that you loved about them, when they crawled, when they walked, what was their favorite food, if they used to spit out their baby food. Teenagers will not rebel to the same extent when they are so well connected with you because they're bonded through memories of baby stories. That is psychologically proven. That's like brain food to them. It really builds them up. They know that they are loved. They feel that sense of family. So y'all, do what I said yesterday. Really do that baby play. Also, hold your kids. Hold your kids. Hold those kids. They love to be held. Kids need to be held. They love to be held. They want to be held. Kids need physical affection. So be sure that you're holding your kids a lot, often. Also, they need to be talked to, not just as a group, and it doesn't count if it's all instruction. You've got to really talk to them. Tell them stories. Tell them stories about yourself. You've got to just connect and just really talk to them about their hopes and dreams, what they want to be when they grow up. Talk to them. What is their favorite color? Walk in their room and say, what do you love about your room? What are your favorite things about your room? What would you like for us to change? And little kids all the way up to teenagers can really connect with you when you talk about their space. Tell them what you would like to do to make their home and their space special. Just connect with your kids. They love that. They need that. Something else they need adrenaline play. So kids need their adrenaline to be boosted. They need that adrenaline play, not just by themselves, like recess at school, but with you. They need you to chase them, to run around with them, to tickle them, my son gets on the floor and wrestles with his kids, to wrestle with them, to roll around with them. I do this with my grandkids too, and it's sort of wrestle play, but it's adrenaline building. So it's not just about like, go outside and run, go outside and play. No, they want us to go with them, to chase them, to get them, to tackle them, to play games with them. But they need that adrenaline play to the point where they're like, don't get me, or or playing hide and seek is a great adrenaline play. They love Duck, Duck, Goose. That's a great adrenaline play game. They like anything like this. It's really going to boost their adrenaline, and they have fun, and they love that. Kids need it, y'all. It is it is food to their brain. It helps them emotionally and psychologically and mentally, and it helps with your bond when they've got that really good adrenaline play. So be sure to add that to your list of what you want to do today. These are things that they need every single day, every day. Y'all, I know that you're busy, but you know what? I don't know what you're busy doing, but nothing's as important as really investing into your kids. They do love reading on your lap, and that's more, that's the kind of like settled down sort of attention that they can get. So settling down, and if it's reading for, for the time of just bonding and connecting, then that's not the time that you want to be a reading lesson necessarily. But it's just a settle down kind of thing. Okay, so also what you want to do is eat at the table. Feed them at the table. And don't make this a big, don't let there be conflict at the table. Just enjoy your time together. I feed my kids when they were hungry, and I let them sleep when they were tired. I kind of went with the flow when it went to this kind of stuff. But yet there was certain things that I had to enforce because I know what's in their own best interest. Y'all, you know what is in your own best interest for your kids. You know what they need to eat. You know if they need to drink. So if you know that they need to eat because they haven't eaten good all day, then do whatever you can do to creatively help them do what they need to do. And if they're not going to just sort of relax into it and have fun with it, the things that are important to life circumstances like eating and sleeping. If your kids are resistant to these things, eating and sleeping, then at some point you need to give them direction. Kids need leadership. You're going to be basically their frontal lobe. So, we've got our limbic system back here. This is that feelings portion of our brain. And when your frontal lobe is fully developed is when you're 25 years old. So that's the part of your brain that has reason, has rational thinking, that intellectual part, Yes, you do make it happen, or they would skip it. But the reason why you make it happen, Cecily, is because it's in their own best interest. And so it's got to happen. It's for their health. It's for their own good. It's for their development. They need this. So remember, you're being their frontal lobe. You're giving them what they need. So they need to eat. They need to eat fruits and vegetables. They can't just have cookies and candies and popsicles, They have to have certain things. So we try to make it playful and fun and to not have conflict, but, and to role model these things. But at some point, you're probably going to have to give them direction. You're going to have to be the authority, be that alpha leader, and be the authority to tell them at some point you might have to put on your teacher voice, and that serious voice to say, okay, it's time to settle down. Okay, you've got to go to sleep now. Whatever you need to do to make it happen. There you go. They do comply a lot of times with just mirroring. Mirroring is whenever they start, to complain about it. If you say, oh, I know how it is. I know sometimes it's not fun to have to eat broccoli. I know it's not fun to eat your chicken first. I know. I feel the same way. I love dessert. But it's really important that we do. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So go ahead and empathize with them. Go ahead and mirror their emotions. Let them know that they are heard. You get that it is not fun to eat healthy food. It's not. It is way more fun to eat dessert first. I like to call my dessert my appetizer. That is way more fun. But that's not practical, really, y'all. It's not practical. That's not going to feed our brain, right? That's not going to feed us well. We need certain nutrients. And in order to get what we need, for our kids to get what they need, at some point, we've got to really use that frontal lobe and do what's right just because it's right, whether we feel like it or not. So you guys, through love, with peace, with joy, with a smile on your face, letting your kids know that you like them so much, and you like that they know what they want. You like that they know when they want to do something. I love that about you. But right now, I'm going to need you to go ahead and obey me, I love that about you, but right now, Mommy needs you to obey. So let's go ahead and do this joyfully, completely, and immediately. It's time to obey. So here we go. Ready, set, go. By the time I say 3, put that bite in your mouth, whatever it is. And then if you need to enforce a consequence, then you do. You just do. They need leadership. I love how Jennifer Kalari says that, it would be the same as if you were on an airplane and that pilot he's the leader. He's driving the plane. He's flying the plane. And, if there's a little turbulence and you're getting nervous about things that are going on and you're feeling uncomfortable, you don't want him to leave that position of leadership and giving direction with the expertise and the authority that he has. You need him. You feel safe if he's doing his job of flying that plane. You need him to do that. If he leaves that pilot seat and he comes back there just to sort of, be all warm and fuzzy with you and to just say, hey, let's all hang out, this plane could just fly itself, or does anybody else here want to fly the plane? Or, it's like, no, we feel safe when you're flying the plane because we know that you know what you're doing and we know that you are supposed to do your job. So that actually gives us peace and comfort. And kids know that. They know that you're supposed to do your job of parenting, not just being their friend, not just making them feel good, but of actually parenting, which at some point involves enforcing what needs to happen. So y'all, don't be afraid of this part of parenting. It's wonderful, and it actually brings your kids a lot of security. It makes them feel safe. It does. So be brave in establishing boundaries. Be brave in establishing routines. Be brave in making them do things that are important that they do, like sleeping and eating. Okay, y'all? But give them lots of love, lots of hugs and kisses, lots of cuddles. Even teenagers need that. Eskimo kisses, butterfly kisses, just hugs and kisses. So they're going to feel warm and fuzzy and just delicious whenever they have an interaction with you. But don't be afraid to make them do what they need to do, okay? It does. It takes a brave love. In fact, you can even say that, Rachel. You know what? Because I love you so much, I'm going to sit here with you until you finish your dinner. Because I love you so much, I'm going to tuck you in right now because it is bedtime. Because I love you so much. I'm gonna make sure that you put that computer away right now because I love you so much and I'm helping to train you, and I love you so much that I can't let you do things that I know would be ultimately not in your best interest. I gotta take good care of you. That is my job. So let them know that you're willing to do your job no matter what, and that they are loved and liked. Okay. God bless y'all. Have a good day. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight, and I'm still going to be talking about parenting. God bless you. Bye bye.